Mario Kart is a franchise that I hold dear to my heart, but it hasn't had a game in over 10 years. This hasn't stopped people from asking themselves what would a Mario Kart 9 even look like, and especially what the Mario Kart 9 roster would be like. So I thought I would take a shot at making my own roster for Mario Kart 9. This will be split up into parts, this being part 1. I will make a part 2 to the series if we can reach 5 likes on this video. The actual roster itself is just the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe roster without the crossovers. This is the roster you'll see when you open up the game, but as you could see, there is a spot missing with a question mark on it, and this would be saved for Diddy Kong, who I think definitely deserves a space in the game. Now let's say our game gets a roster expansion. That is what we're going to be talking about. If you would like to request any characters for the roster DLC, let me know in the comments, and you might even be able to get that character in the game. Now let's get on to the actual DLC. The first pack name is called the Odyssey Pack. First characters being added to the pack are the Brutals. I think their popularity in Mario Odyssey definitely deserves a spot on the roster, and because, well, they're pretty much just like the Koopalings. If you've played Mario Odyssey, I bet you know who the next character is, and that's Pauline. I think her addition to Tour gives her a big chance in coming to the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe roster, so I think she definitely deserves a spot on this roster. I think the next character is probably one of my favourite characters of all time in Mario Odyssey, and that's Cappy. Cappy would be an amazing addition to the game, and I would love to play as him in Mario Kart. The next character I had in mind was Chevarian, as he's literally made for racing in Mario Odyssey, and I'd just love to see him in a kart in Mario Kart. Obviously, since this is fan-made, I doubt he'd ever make it into an actual game, but hopefully he makes it into Tour one day. At this point I started running out of ideas until I remembered this guy existed, and that's Glydon. Glydon was made for gliding, so he could also be put as a glider, but I would love to see him as a racer in the game. Next is Madame Brutal. Obviously, if we're going to put the Brutals in, Madame Brutal's got to be there. But honestly, I could have just forgotten about her, because I don't think she's got a chance of coming to the game. I don't like her. She's just kind of filler. Now for a character I'd actually like to see in a game, and that's Chinchou. Chinchou is literally one of the most obscure characters, but I just love to see him in the game, racing alongside people like Dry Bowser and Dry Bones. For another obscure character, we got Trapetal. Honestly, I'd love to see him racing alongside Chinchou. And honestly, probably one of my favourite characters that is on the list that is just so obscure that you probably don't even know the name of. So this is what the roster is looking like right now for my Mario Kart 9. Honestly, I think it's looking pretty good. Obviously, there's a lot of alts to talk about, but that will be at the very end of the series. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Please leave a like for part 2, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.